Hello beautiful people, my name is Tua and welcome to the FinFreed corner, where we are all about changing our mindsets in order to change our lives. So guys, I'm so excited because today we are officially kickstarting the financial education series, and we are going to do so by referencing an article I wrote a few years ago which appeared in the New Era newspaper, and it was titled Democratically Free Yet Financially Oppressed. Guys, this article gave birth to this channel. Can we please give it a big round of applause? Fantastic. So let's dive right in. But wait, before we dive in, I just want to say that the conversation about money is one of the most difficult conversations to have. And that is because one, the conversation makes us uncomfortable. Two, in some communities, money is regarded a taboo topic. And three, there are a plethora of emotions around the topic. And those emotions can vary from anger, fear, shame, embarrassment, and so forth. So on the topic of emotions, let me ask you a few questions. One, did you ever lend someone money? I'm assuming the answer is yes. Two, what was the reaction when you asked for your money back? They got angry, they got agitated, they threatened to end the friendship, and they even insulted you. Am I correct? I know I am, because this is something that I've experienced personally. Let's quickly role play a scenario where someone lends money from someone. So this is normally how the conversation takes place. So we have John and we have Sarah. So John calls Sarah. Hey Sarah, I've got a situation. I need a let me just do my normal voice. Hey Sarah, I've got a situation. I'm broke. I need money. I need $100. I'm gonna give it back to you. So Sarah's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm gonna give it to you. And Sarah gives it to John. And then John's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna give it back to you ASAP. And then ASAP turns into 6 months. So Sarah calls John, like, John, I need my money. I'm in a tight spot right now. I need my money back. And then John, out of nowhere, says, yeah, where do you think I'm gonna get the money from? It's even COVID and people are losing their jobs. I don't have money and people are wearing masks. Wearing masks? What does that have to do with owing someone money? But anyway, let's go back to the conversation. I don't have money, leave me alone. And Sarah's like, oh, hold up, John. You're asking me where do I think you're gonna get the money from? Where did you think you're gonna get the money from when you asked me for money? I'm not here for this. I want my shmoney. Give me my shmoney. So that's normally how the conversation takes place. A little exaggerated, but that's normally how it goes. So, and the one emotion that we're gonna pick up from this conversation is anger, right? And I want to speak specifically to my Black people. In order for us to end generational poverty, we need to identify the emotions and the baggage we carry around money and wrestle it to the ground, punch it, kick it, ponder it before it extends to another generation. Because money habits is one of our most learned behaviors. And the type of financial environment you grow up in sometimes determine the type of relationship you'll have with money. If you grow up in an environment where people are managing their money prudently, chances are excellent that you will also manage your money prudently. But if you grow up in an environment where people are squandering their money and are making haphazard financial decisions, chances are excellent you also end up doing the same. Now let me use myself as an example. I grew up in an environment where the people around me had some sort of debt. I'm not saying they were living beyond their means, but they did carry some debt. And as a result, I ended up doing the same. I ended up acquiring debt. But it's because that is the environment I grew up in. That is what I grew up seeing. And I was conditioned to believe that carrying debt is a normal part of life because everybody was doing it. I have so much hope for the next generation. And I feel that if you and I start making prudent financial decisions and start having proactive financial conversations with our children, I feel that they are going to have better outcomes and they're not going to struggle with the things we struggle with. I'm fascinated by the fact that some parents would rather talk to their children about sex, but not about money. They would rather talk about a condom, but not a credit card or a debit card. Now, I fully understand that the conversation about money is one of the most uncomfortable conversations to have. But if we really care about the future of our children, then I'm going to tell you this now. We need to become comfortable being uncomfortable and have those uncomfortable conversations with our children. I'm sitting here having this conversation right now. It's not comfortable, but I've realized that someone has to speak up. Someone has to have this conversation. So as much as I'm uncomfortable, we are having this conversation right now. And I want you to also have that same courage to have this type of conversation with our children. And if you lack the knowledge, we live in the information age. There is no excuse to be ignorant. It's just a matter of picking up a phone and going on the internet and educating ourselves. As I grapple with this issue of a lack of financial literacy in our country, I've come to the following conclusion. Now, this might not be the truth, but this is my truth and this is how I view it. If you view it differently, please comment below. I'd like to know. So, our grandparents were raised in the agrarian age, where it was just farmland and crops. And for that reason, they had little to no financial knowledge to instill in our parents. And our parents, who even though they had the luxury of receiving a formal education, which by the way was subpar, they lacked the most basic financial knowledge to instill in us. And as a result, we are living beyond our means and we are buying things we cannot afford. Firstly, we've become evangelists about competing with the next person, even if that means accumulating more debt. And secondly, our biggest enemy is lifestyle inflation. Every time our income escalates, our spending also escalates. And that is actually counterproductive. Let's just circle back to competing with other people. If you suffer from the abantu basotini, watali mensa say, what will the people say, obanotava tilengengepi syndrome? I hate to be the devil's advocate, but you're never going to flourish financially. Because the one thing we don't realize is the people that we are so focused on competing with are sometimes people that are way broker than we are. Just think about it. You're probably saying, okay, Tua, we've heard you ramble about this, so what's the solution? All right, I think this is where we can start. And it's not going to turn everything into utopia just yet, but we have to start somewhere. Let's start living below our means, eliminating bad debt, setting saving goals and actually hitting them, and having proactive conversations with our children. So now that you've heard me ramble about this, I'd like to know what you think. So please drop me a comment below. And before we close off this video, I just want to say thank you to each and every person that has sent me a beautiful message, that has shared my post or reposted my post on Instagram. Oh my God, I've received so many beautiful messages and I don't even know what to say. Your support has been outlandishly fabulous, guys. Thank you so much. And for everybody that has subscribed to this channel, I hope that this channel adds value to your life. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Oh my God, I need to stop getting emotional on social media, or on YouTube rather. I need to stop getting emotional. So in the next video, I'll be giving you the antidote/vaccine to our financial oppression. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, subscribe to this channel, and continue flexing your hustle muscle. Peace.